Hey everyone, how's it going? I thought I'd make this video to just basically talk about the event yesterday. What an amazing card. East versus West really have outdone themselves this time. Beautiful arm wrestling all around the clock. I am impressed with my picks. I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty happy with who I chose. Um, However, a lot of these matches were so close. It could have gone either way. Um, You'll see me here just setting up a drone. I've got myself a new drone that's going to be my new toy. So hopefully you'll see some cool footage over the coming sort of months of me in this sort of on this drone. I'll also be using it for work as well. So if there's anyone local to Scotland that's looking for any drone footage, please feel free to reach out. This is just some loose stuff that I've put together. Just some clips that I've had, some spare clips in the background. So nothing special really at all, just some backdrop footage whilst we talk. And also, I just wanted to let you know some of these clips are older, so I'm actually on a cut right now. So I've got some arm wrestling at the end. You'll sort of see, but yeah, just some odd footage that I've got. I wanted to put together. Anyway, the results. So, Irina Gladkaya versus Brigita. Um, I was really impressed by Brigita. Um, I chose Bridget to win, and she took it. It was an incredible match. I believe it went to the fifth, and Bridget just managed to hang in there and just keep her top roll secured. Um, yeah, killer arm wrestling from both the athletes. Awesome, awesome stuff. Um, Petrova and Carolina Peterson. Um, Also a great match. Also a great match. I believe I chose Carolina to win this one. Um, But what an amazing match. What an amazing match. Tough for Carolina. Definitely, definitely tough. Petrova's wicked, wicked arm wrestler. Um, let's go to Strapyan and Daniel Usanov. I had Strapyan to win this one, and I'm not gonna lie, I think he was done a little bit dirty. I don't think that it's his fault that the opponent's pin pad came up and resulted in a rematch or a restart. Sorry, I don't think that was Strapyan's fault. And there was also a pin called when it really should have gone to slips. I looked over that footage a few times, and from my angle, it was nowhere near the pad, like absolutely nowhere near the pad. So, yeah, I mean, brilliant fight from both of them. Um, I think that definitely could easily be a rematch. Um, but yeah, well done to Daniel for sticking in. It looked pretty dominant the first two pins, but Daniel managed to come back and yeah, really, really good performance from both the athletes. Well done. Next, we have Nugzari Chikadze and Kochak. Just how I thought, Nugo is an absolute murderer. Steamrolled Kochak, steamrolled him. Nugo just seems to keep getting better and better. In every card that I've seen him, in every performance I see him, he just keeps getting better. He's going to be a tough opponent for really anyone in that 105 category. Maybe we see him now um, step up and face Oleg. Who knows? Um, but yeah, I love Nugo. I think he's brilliant, and I think that was an amazing match. Arthur Makarov and Kozuklu. Now, this was a really good match. Um, I think we just saw a display of experience being shown here. Makarov was able to get real tight, really separate Omer from his bicep. Omer was trying to look for that top roll, couldn't get it in. And Makarov just managed to suck him in and just keep driving towards the pad. Makarov, incredible win. I believe that was like 5-0 or something. Oniani versus Oleg Zok. Now, Oleg did impress me in this match. He did, but this was an amazing, amazing match. Um, I really just don't know how the Georgians keep doing it over and over again. Oniani, I think he realized pretty quickly that he wasn't going to be able to contest Oleg's hand. Oleg's was just too much for him. Had too much top roll. He had way too much containment. but Oniani was just able to give his hand and just drive to the pad every single time. What an absolute stud Oniani is. An incredible performance. And like Travis was saying, I think looking at him, you don't really think there's an awful lot going on. He's not the biggest dude, but my fucking God, is he strong. What a killer. Next one I want to talk about is Todd Hutchins and Yoshi Kanai. Um, Todd Hutchins is an absolute freak. I had Todd to win this one convincingly, but I tell you what, this could have easily been match of the night as well. Yoshi Kanai coming back like that is a killer. What a fucking athlete. That sticking point is tough, but Todd just able to use that powerhouse, and he was being smart. He was being smart. He was regripping. He was able to sort of regrip and get him down there. Um, but yeah, tough match. That also is another match that could be run back. Um, Todd Hutchins just continues to impress me every single time I see him pull. I'd love to see more of Yoshi Kanai as well. I think he fits right in that division, and definitely see more of him, especially with that Kings move. He's going to be a tough opponent for really anyone that he faces. Reno Masic and Ibrahim Segov. I mean, what can you say about the young champ? Absolute killer. Coming back, coming back from a pretty tough sort of round one. Um, yeah, those presses from Segov are no joke. I had a feeling this was going to happen. I had a feeling that Segov was going to be able to press, and that's the way he was going to get his pins in. But Reno, really super technical, super smart arm wrestling from Reno, and he was able to just rip that right back, and secure the dub. So awesome work, Reno. Like, only 20 years old as well. This guy's gonna go far. Mark my words, this guy's gonna go far. The first time I saw him on the table, I knew this guy's gonna be pretty special. David Samusha and Myrov. I've seen a lot of controversy over this. Um, Samusha won, obviously. I had Samusha to win that as well. A lot of people are saying Myrov got robbed. Myrov got robbed. I mean, I think there was uh, some pretty shifty looking calls being called um, in the card, and look at that's not really anyone's fault. I think the referees, after so many matches, it's really hard to maintain that focus. But what can you do? What can you do? I think it was an amazing fight. And I really can want to see more of Samusha. I mean, Samusha's last match against Sasha Andreev was absolutely brilliant. Um, I mean, yeah, like totally awesome. Totally awesome. Um, next one. Next one we have is, let's go to Vitaly versus Georgy Zernov. Jesus Christ, Vitaly just keeps getting stronger and better and more athletic on the table. It looks like he's 6'8", 6'9", and just an absolute freak. Absolutely ran over Zernov just like I thought would happen. Very hard to contest, and I don't think Zernov was really arm wrestling as smart as he could and has. I think really trying to like go into a hook with Vitaly's a terrible idea, and there's not a lot of people that can do that. If you're trying to suck the match in, you're just gonna get your hand busted open. And I think I saw somewhere that Vitaly was able to get those three pins in like 1.9 seconds. Some of the quickest arm wrestling pins I think we've ever seen. So yeah, great win for Vitaly. Irakli versus Chuatev. Irakli's brilliant, absolute stud, and I had a feeling this was going to happen. Way too much, way too much. Um, yeah, way too much. I had a feeling it's going. I mean, Irakli, like I said, he's just getting better and better as well. Um, what can you say? Just another Georgian. Too much power, too much back pressure, too much hand, too much wrist, too much containment. Awesome puller. Um, Jutev didn't really look like he could do anything with Irakli, and yeah, that's very difficult to contest when your opponent is a couple levels ahead of you. There's really not an awful lot you can do. Michael Todd and Gennady. Jesus Christ, this could have gone either way, really, couldn't it? Um, I had Michael Todd winning this, and he won. I'm really impressed with Michael Todd's performance. Um, Todd is absolutely huge right now. This is the biggest Michael Todd I think we've ever seen. Um, Gennady, I mean, he looked impressive as well. Like they're both coming off injuries. Gennady's more recent. Gennady looked really impressive, and I think that just came down to heart. And I think Todd this time couldn't afford to lose this match, um, for the sake of his progression, and did some amazing inside pulling, amazing outside pulling. Um, went to the fifth or the seventh, and yeah, just or the fifth, sorry, and just an awesome match. Gennady's flop looked amazing, arguably better than Camille's flop at the moment. I think Gennady's flop is really quite a powerful tool, and he should be using it more in his matches. If he does get that wrist compromised. Ivan Matyashenko and Alazan Muratov. I also got this one correct. However, this one could have really been the one that I wasn't too sure on, but you gotta give it to Muratov, man. Like, what a fucking killer. He has just gone up and up and up in weight classes, and he was the underdog to win this match as well because it was very close. Devin Morozov, Matyashenko and Morozov, very close. Um, so everyone thought that Matyashenko was going to wipe Muratov, but I thought that Muratov was going to do the business, and he did. He secured the win. Um, Muratov's probably one of my favorite arm wrestlers to watch at the moment. I think he's just an incredible athlete. If you look at his Instagram and stuff, the guy can like muscle ups and he's doing pull ups with like 40, 50 keys on top of him. I mean, the guy's a killer. Finally, the big match Devin versus Oleg. What did I say? What did I say? Now, look, by no means am I a professional arm wrestler. I've got a long way to go before I'm anywhere near the level of these people. It's even the lower sort of weight class people. It's going to take a lot, and I'd have to dedicate a lot in order for myself to get sort of anywhere near these opponents. But make no mistake, I felt Devon, and there's just something different. There is something different. He um he absolutely murdered Petrenko, and he made it look like. Oh, actually, he made it look as bad as Leonidas. People really had Petrenko winning this? Really? I mean, listen, I'm no one to judge, but Devin was too big, man. He was like 115, 120 kilos game day. He put on an extra 15, like 15 kilos after he weighed in. He was way too big, way too strong, and just Oleg didn't know what to do. Like, really didn't know what to do. We saw that after round one. Yeah, it was a fucking bloodbath. And also, much love to Devin. He walked out to me and Dave Pequeno's rendition of Dancing on My Own. Me and Dave sung that for Dan and Colleen's wedding at the High Hookers. And I know Devin's a big fan of that song and that rendition. So much love for him to walk out. That really means a lot to myself. And I know that it means a lot to Dave. I was speaking to him on the phone at the same time. So, Devin, you're ace. Uh, yeah, killer performance. Really, not much you can do about that. And I don't think there's anyone in the 105 category that's even remotely close to Devin's level. Some people I saw were complaining about him putting all that weight back on, how they shouldn't be in a 36 hour. Those were the same people that were saying there's no way he could cut the weight anyway. So, to all you people that are complaining and whining, get a grip. The guy had to drop 20 kilos in 3 weeks. Okay, he's more than deserving of to be able to put the weight back on, and I think he fucking killed him. Now, I really want to talk about Devin versus Morozov at the end. What the fuck is going on there? Now, I think it was in the press conference. Devin's like, "Yeah, let's go, let's do it." After Engen was like, "Oh, we can put it up now. We can put it up now," and Morozov said he'd crack his wrist. Did you see what happened? That's embarrassing for Morozov, okay? That's embarrassing. At that weight, left hand, you should be killing Devin. Devin shouldn't have anything for you. Devin is way too strong, folks. Way too strong. Listen, mark my words, he can climb back up, and I'm telling you now, he could face Morozov and crack that wrist, and I think he'd get the win. I think he'd get the dub. Just because he got beat by Camille when he wasn't training his left hand doesn't mean his left hand is a joke. I'm telling you, his left hand is probably up there right now. It's probably up there. I would say top five for sure. Um, yeah. So anyway, Morozov, to see Engin running in like that as well, screaming, fucking. I just think let them arm wrestle at that point, dude. Honestly, I think once you've set it up and you've said go, you just gotta let them go. Morozov, I don't know why you're getting so angry. You asked for it. You put your arm on the table. You agreed to pull Devin. Devin fucking cracked you, and she started getting angry and crying. So yeah, Devon's a killer, basically. I think it's time for him to maybe climb back up to 115. Sweep up there as well. I really don't think there's anyone in the 115 class that could give much of a problem to him. And then maybe we see him go back up to supers. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, I'll keep you guys updated. I just wanted to go over a few things. What an amazing card. East versus West. You've outdone yourself. And really looking forward to the next East versus West in America. I'd love to see Levan and Jerry, and there's going to be some amazing matches put on there. I hope the matchmaking is as good as it was this time. I think there were some really, really wicked performances, and a lot of these matches weren't just one sided. So that's what we love to see as fans. Yeah, bring it on.